Hey, what's going on, Africa? They call me Jumabee. You're watching Factory 78. Children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara, Oshi. Yeah, my name's Junwon Olugbemija Oloronekpa, popularly known as Jumabee. I'm from the Middle Belt region of Nigeria, Kogi State precisely. I started music at a very tender age, unprofessionally, because 90% of every entertainer in the world started from the church. So there's always that gospel trait. So my case is no different, and for me, it runs in my family because I'm from the family where everybody's entertainment inclined. My mom was still the choir mistress. My kid sister was our lead vocalist. My younger brother the drummer. My older brother the choir master. My uncle the composer. Yes, and as a matter of fact, while we were growing in the church, I was the laziest chorister. I didn't know I was going to take it this professional, but I'm here. I'm from a place I call it an area of realism, because you need to be very realistic. You need to stay true to yourself to survive my environment, and that's been like the drive for us. And they see me as an inspiration, so that keeps me going as an artist. You did for America, and your mother did for Lagos, the fry akara. Disaster that occurs once in 3, 5, 4 years is everywhere. It's not just Kogi. So before I address the question, I see how a lot of people are being judgmental about it and accusing the government and the governor per se of not being conscious or being paying so much attention to the situation. Well, it's a natural disaster. It happens anywhere. Most times when the dams around that place opens up, and the Niger area, but the environmental bodies are doing everything they can to curb the situation. And most times when it happens that way, you have to wait for at least 10, 15 days for the situation to be calm, for the water to subside before there'll be free flow of movement. So it has nothing to do with government, or people are as well talking about construction of drainages. There are drainages everywhere in Kogi State, so it's not. This has nothing to do with the governor. They're always quick to judging him, but this has nothing to do with him. I mean, Florida is experiencing same, I think, at the moment, and also there are lots of other states in Nigeria. Same thing as Nasarawa State that are experiencing same. You just spray your girlfriend some dollars, and your younger sister. Passion. I'm aware of. I'm too conscious of where I'm headed, and I know where I'm from. So it's been a journey for me. It's been from nothing to something and a greater thing. That's what I tell myself every time. I started from that space where nobody ever did it without anybody's support. But to me, I don't want to say it's individual, because whatever it is you become as a human is God. But at the same time, my personal effort is like 90%. So I left no stone unturned, and I'm still leaving no stone unturned. Sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children. I call him mini before the major tour. I'll be back in November actually, so I'm touring a few cities. I've done like 4 different events in London. Shout out to Alpha Lounge for the Independence gig. It was major, it was heavy. Shout out to Smith and a couple of other people that have had me on their shows. In 2 days, I'll be going to Manchester, Birmingham, and Leicester City. I have 3 more cities. Shout out to Baron Inc. And we'll round up the first phase of, I call it Money is Important mini tour, because that's the title of my new single that's done numbers already. Children no job last night, and you there for high table. So I call my music gong pop. The gong part of it is the Afro fusion. There's nothing that comes from Jumabee that you won't feel the African genre in it. Be it R&B, reggae, hip life, high life, whatever it is, you must feel my softness in it and the originality. I'm never driven by the forces of everybody. I'm very conscious of what I put out, and I said every time that in 20 years I want my music to stand the test of time. You buy a big motor for your girlfriend and for area, and I let your wife. Lights, yeah, that would be Cassava, featuring over 7 Nigerian artists. That was actually the first major collaboration in Nigeria ever that had like 7 musicians on the song. And people were like, how were you able to control the length of that song? It was still maintained at ratio 3:17, thereabouts. I had J1, I had W4, I had Young Six, I had Phenom, I had Bockweiler, I had Morel, Flow Sick, over 7 acts on the song. That was the first major collaboration, and when it came out, it changed everything. And he won over 17 awards with that song, AMA Awards inclusive. So it was big for me. So that was a defining factor of my career. You buy a big motor for your girlfriend and for area, and I let your wife to use the jackpot. Hey, Mr. Man. It's quite difficult. That's like that phase that is quite terrifying for musicians. But for me, I do music. I see music as my life. So when you see it as your life, you do it with ease. I'm never pressured to do my music. I put it out when I want to, and I'm never controlled by the generational wind because it's one-sided. I just do my music, and the numbers are growing on a daily. Where I was yesterday is not where I am now. So the growth is steady and constant, and I'm super proud of myself. You buy biggie motor for your girlfriend and for area, and I let your wife to use the jackpot. Hey, Mister Man. Yeah, no, I won't use the term mismanaged. I'm a very stubborn musician, so it affected me for the first 4 or 5 years of my career because I just wanted to do it my way. But it took me a while to understand that this is actually not a one man's thing. It's a field that is meant for a lot of people to be involved. And right now, I have like lots of people on my team. Shout out to Dami Adenoga. He's one of the most creative managers in Nigeria. Shout out to my PR here in Nigeria, in London, in UK. Jacqueline, she's doing so well, and she's still doing very well for my brand. She's personal about my hustle, so I'm grateful. And for over 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. And I mean, it's been like 20 years because she's real. Yeah, true that. Oh, Galima, oh, Galima. Yeah, as at 5, 6 years ago, there used to be a formula. It was just like 2, 3 major labels in Nigeria that once you're under them, it's like you're in heaven. But these days, you can actually sit in your room and put your music out, and it's everywhere. So there's really no formula anymore. Just do good music, be positive minded, and get the right people. The thing about music now is you don't need too many people on your team. In Nigeria, I have Dami Adenoga. In London, I have Jacqueline, and I'm good. Yeah, true that. My record label, I'm not signed under any label that will put me under pressure. It's my label, belongs to myself and my older brother. I'm actually a co-owner of the label, so it's more like a family business. You buy biggie motor for your girlfriend and for area, and I let your wife to use the jackpot. Hey, Mister Man, oh, golly, man. I don't need to wait for the music thing not to work. I run businesses. I own a restaurant. I co-own a restaurant as well in Nigeria. I'm a hotspot. Myself and my brother. Everything you see me put on is my style. Is my fashion house. I run a fashion house called Jumabee Inspires Clothiers. We do male, female, and kiddies, unisex. We have a farm. My mom owns a farm. So we're business conscious in my family. So it's not just music, but music is my life. So that's why I do my music with ease because I put it out when I want to and how I want to. Sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children no job. Professionally, like 7 years. 7 years. There's never is a no limit business. I'm not where I want to be yet, but of course I'm not where I was. I was doing music in Lagos, and now I'm doing music. I'm on Factory 78 in London. So for me, it's a big deal. Sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara, oh she. The politics. The politics of music surpasses that of the church and even that of real politics. Now it's more like I don't want to call it a tribal business because there's a new wave in Lagos that says if you're not Yoruba, there's a cartel and all that. But aside that, I think it's capital intensive. The more the music is meant to be, the more the merrier. But right now, the more money, the more widespread you get. A video is costing over $10,000 now. It's madness. It's everything. That's why I titled my new song "Money is Important" because without money, you can't do music. Sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children no job last night, and you there for high table. I featured in like 1 or 2, but that's not my calling. I do movies as well. But the thing is, you can't give what you don't have. It's not in me. I'm too passionate about my music. But once in a while, it's like entertainment. So we're all in one space. So we maximize our energy. So it's not something you're going to dabble into? No, I don't. I will never do it. So this music is going to work? It's my life. It's everything to me. Music is my wife. I'm married to it. Sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children. It's actually the best time to be alive. That's happening in my time, not when I'm gone. Look at what's happening to our numbers. Those days it used to be ratio 90 of the Western music to 10 from Nigerians, but right now it's 99.9 of Nigerians. We won't forget. I don't think I can remember any American artists right now, unless I see them on billboards or charts and all that. We're too conscious. They're tapping into our market. We're everything right now, and I'm grateful that it's happening in my time. That's enough for me. So any collaboration with Of course, Jinam just dropped. I've shot like 2 videos of Jinam. I've shot 2 international collaborations on that album. I have over 3 on it. There's Pan African, and I have 2 people from South Africa. I have Gemini Major on the album, Harmonize Tanzania, Michi Ghana, K-Moy UK, and a couple of other people on the album. So I've shot like 2 videos of that project. We'll be unleashing as the time goes by. You did for America, and your mother did for Lagos, the fryer. Consistency. And a lot of people, again, I think a lot of music managers need to be more exposed by, read stuffs that will put you through and make you have a better understanding of the business you're into. It's like an institution. You grow from grade 1 to grade 6. So you can't remain, in grade 1 and expect to get the grade 6 results. So you need to improve on yourself. And your younger sister, they frustrate the hustle, Jankara. Whoa, your children no job last night. Like I said, I'm still honored to be part of the generation that's enjoying the streaming money. I've tapped into the streaming grace, and I've made a couple of dollars from it. My album has done over 3 million streams already, and in the space of just 6 months. So I can't even wait to cash out that first phase. But aside that, I'm happy that I wasn't left in that generation. I'm here with them. We die here. No, we die. This one whole day, so we're there on top here. So no shaking. Your children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara Oshi. You buy big motor. You need more numbers. Yeah, true that. I'm working on that. So I'm putting more materials out, and I'm doing more promotions, and I'm trying to spread the tentacles. Like I said, you can't just, the way the music is now, you don't sit in a place. You need to take it out, allow other audience digest it when they like it or buy it. But we're still in that era in Nigeria where, a larger percentage still don't believe in paying money to stream songs, So a Nigerian would prefer to just go to AudioMark and see what's happening, or Boomplay where it's free, than iTunes and all that. Yeah, they are paying, but I think there's a limit. Yeah, they're paying the top artists on AudioMark. I think on AudioMark, they gave me my first payment of recent as well, because I've done over 1 million streams on AudioMark. So yeah, they're doing fine. But Nigerians will look for where there's a show free. Always. Your children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara Oshi. You buy big motor for your girlfriend. Never. I'm a conscious lyrics artist. I tell you, I said every time in 20 years, play my music for my kids, it will still sound like I sang it yesterday. Your children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara Oshi. You buy big motor for your girlfriend. The passion. For Harry's song, he came to my restaurant to eat amala. And where my studio is, that's where the restaurant is. So after eating amala, and it actually we did that on purpose. So any musician that comes to pay us a visit, be like, yo, let's enter the studio. So after his amala, it was like, where's your studio? I'm like, it's here. So he entered the studio, and we made that song in less than 30 minutes. Shout out to Harry's song. It's one great guy. Yeah. Pokoli. Yeah. So for Bella he's a very stubborn artist. So, I recorded my part. Shout out to Blaze Bates. He's one of the top guys right now in Nigeria, doing very fine. So I went to Blaze's studio. I'm like, Blaze, give me a song on my album. It's just 4 weeks to my album. I need a beat. So he played a couple of beats. And so prior to that time, I already saw Poco, I think like 2-3 hours to that time. Poco said he would meet me at the studio. Then while Poco was with me, he called Bella. Bella now reached out to me that he was recording somewhere. We recorded that song about 3 a.m. Okay. Everybody in Lagos is mad because we work really hard, tirelessly. So it was from one studio to another studio. Then when he left my studio, or when he left Blaze's studio, he headed to another studio, So it was a good one. And my song with Bella and Poco was recorded in less than an hour. But Bella is not normal. He's not human when it comes to music. So we just vibed, and it came out right. And the song has done 7 million streams. Your children no job last night, and you there for high table. They smiling your Ankara Oshi. You buy big motor for your girlfriend. By leaving Nigeria to London to promote my music, like I'm already doing now. It's consistency. These guys, they work like they don't have... You have to. Everybody's living their comfort zone right now. You have to, because we understand now that our music is globally accepted, so you need to take it to them. Then there are 2 ways to these things. It's either they take it from you or you take it to them. So I've decided to be on that path that I will take it to them, and I'm taking it to them already. Then secondly, for an artist, you must have 9 lives. 7 lives is what's needed for every basic human. But you need 2 normal extra lives to survive, this our business. 7 for every normal human. You need 2 extras an artist. That's 9 lives.
Like, so we are normal, right?
You're not normal. You have 15 because you've been here. Factory 78 is an OG. So, I mean, you have 17 lives as well. So, I mean, they're doing, well, shout out to Bonner, Weez, and David. These guys, they've actually blown everybody out of, I mean, this space. They've shown us that, yeah, we can do it. And everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it right now. Your children no job last night and you there for high table. They're smiling your Ankara. I don't really have friends, funny enough. I just have colleagues. There's a great difference. I don't know what dictionary says a friend and a colleague is, but for me, and the truth is, our business, majority of these artists, we don't really like ourselves. So it's always been like that from inception, but it wasn't like that in the days of Ebenezer Obey, Honey and the likes of them. But these days, the enmity is so much. These artists are saying this about these artists. So I decided to focus more on the business, and we will see we vibe. That's actually the energy I'm keeping right now. You buy a biggie motor for your girlfriend and for area and I let your wife to use the jackpot. But I'm still alive and I'm doing music. You can't be dead and sing, man. When you're dead, you can't be singing. I'm like steady. My clothing brand is doing well. Shout out to the politics is one side as well. So everything, we're just using everything to carry everything. Hey, Mr. Man, oh golly man. I am one of a kind. It's just Jumabee now. There's no other Jumabee. This guy is distinct, he's purposeful, he's conscious. Oh golly man, oh golly man. The thing is, in as much as that there've been lots of online bans, I still say it every time that for Nigerians, we need to know what we want. And nobody's happy with what's happening right now. Even though I'm politically affiliated, kind of, or sort of, I still know things are not right. This is not the Nigeria we prayed for. The same thing they were saying while we were young, that we're leaders of tomorrow. It's still the same. We're all old. A lot of us have kids now. A lot of Nigerian artists have kids. A lot, of course. And Nigeria is still the same. And these people we're looking up to while we were young are still in power. They're not ready to go nowhere. So where's that space for the youngins to come up? So that's why Nigerian youths are agitating. They are tired of that same energy, the promises they keep and they don't get to fulfill. I'm ready to roll out the drums. I'm on the part of let us have a new Nigeria again. It's actually possible. If you come to London, you wouldn't want to go back. And it's not like there's anything special, but because the government are not aligning our specialty show to the world, look at how a lot of countries are now seeing us as, the people they can actually step on when we're actually still the giant of Africa. Look at so the only thing we have in Nigeria now is entertainment.
I think the government should learn from you guys.
They have to. They're not even supporting entertainers. They see us as hoodlums still. It was unfortunate. Yes, sir. Oh, Galima. Oh, Galima. Yeah, it might sound really funny, but I love to create my own fashion sense. I believe that they're welcome. Versace, everybody who wants to work with me is welcome, but everything I wear, the only thing that's no money is a t-shirt. Every other thing you see me on was produced, sketched and, designed by my factory, Jumabee Inspires Clothiers. So we do all kinds of, outfits. And I'm too passionate about my brand, so I want to put it out there. That's why I wear it everywhere I go. And shout out to every other person who works with me. I have a couple of stylists from Kenny's Eye Concept to John Sang and M Big, to a couple of people in Nigeria that are doing fine as well.
Do you sketch your own design? You have someone that
I sketch, and I have my partners as well. But at times they sketch. If I'm not satisfied, I just resketch and redesign. Oh, Galima. Yo, I go and they call me Jumabee, and I'm chilling with DJ Lam. Yeah, I've done 2. I did Taxify, Oga Taxify. It was just on a common ground. Me, I'm not. The truth is, I understand how we are as musicians. We're too money driven. But whenever I'm striking deals, I think of the future, value to whatever it is I'm putting on paper. So I work more with people that are like minds. I work more with people that are conscious of our relationship. And I will tell you that's what has kept me going over the years. So I'm more conscious of relationship than the monetary value. Hey, Mr. Man, oh golly man. Authenticity, genuity, and make sure your word is your word. Because there are lots of brands that when they're growing, they just talk you to get into partnership with them. Then if it goes well for them, you don't care about how you feel at some point. And if it goes bad, they're putting the blame on you. Let's be on the same level ground to have the desired results. And you there for high table, they smiling your Ankara, Oshi. You buy a biggie motor for your... You don't even understand how excited I get when I say these things like happening in our time, like I said earlier. Grammy, He's now considering the Afrobeat segment. It's a big deal. That means there's more hope for us now. It's not just selecting one act from, so now they can actually nominate over 5, 6 African acts on that platform, which will help us showcase our brands more and our talents more. So it's a big deal. Your wife, they use it, Jackpa. Hey, Mr. Man. I'm dropping Vigil and Just, my EP on the 21st. Vigil and Just.
Like a night vigil.
Yeah, Vigil, because I recorded the entire songs on the EP in one night.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, so it's a vigil.
How many tracks?
7-tracker EP.
Put it together.
Okay, so I went to Just 2 months ago to shoot a video, and that was like my second time in Just. I loved the environment. So after recording, shout out. Really cold, but it's a beautiful place. It depends on the weather. So I was there for my video. Shout out to Jesse Jacks. He's based there now. He stays on the Rock. So I went to meet Jesse Jackson in his house, and he was recording. I'm like, Jesse, let's vibe now. So it was a live studio, and shout out to Jetties as well. He was me on that trip. So we recorded one song, then the second song, then the third song, then the fourth song, then the fifth song, and the sixth and the seventh in one night. So when I was leaving Jos, I actually fetched the sound, and I'm like, Jos, I'm taking your sound back to Lagos. You have to bless me. So in turn, my spirit told me, tag this EP Vigil and Just, because it was recorded in one night. And it drops on the 21st of this month. I put in a lot of work in that. I've shot like 30 videos off it. I'm still shooting a video off that EP in London tomorrow and Sunday. So that's what's next from Jumabee. And shout out to everybody supporting the brand. It's been good. 7. Yes.
You want to talk about each one?
Yeah. There's a track titled Man. That song is personal to me because nobody really talks about the struggles of men. We go through a lot, and there's nobody to share our pains with. We can't even share with our fellow man because it's going through the same pain, if not worse than what you're going through. So I decided to sing about what men go through. At times, your wife is coming home thinking you're financially capable, but you're not. You can't even tell her there's no money for dinner. You just play around it. At times, you're excusing yourself from the house. You're getting angry unnecessarily because you want to stir up something between you and your wife, so she won't have to ask you, for what's next for her kids, the fees. You're busy borrowing money. There's a part where I said, I've been debited so much and little credit. There's part where I spoke about how a man wake up in the morning thinking about what's happening next and he doesn't even know. The landlord is knocking on his door for the rent. So it's time we talk about the men. We're traumatized as well. We go through emotional stress, but nobody's supporting us. Everybody just sees us and think we're fine. So in that song, I said at times when you see me smiling, I'm actually dying inside because I'm human. So that's like the most personal song on that EP. There's Sonny Ade, that song was dedicated to the icon, the living legend Sonny Ade. He's done a lot for the culture as well. There's another one, we talked about love, how real love is, and you can't even say no to love. There's Trust, featuring Jesse Jacks and Jay Teaser. That was the first song we recorded on that EP, talking about how when you trust God, everything come into place, And it's actually a good EP. It's very powerful, and there's Money is Important, which is out now. It came out 2 weeks ago, and it's doing numbers already. So I spoke about the importance of money, how the society will tag you to be nothing unless you're financially buoyant. So it's a fully packed EP. Vigil and Just is something that I know when it comes out, it's going to do numbers. And I remind you on Factory 78. Your wife, they use it, Jackpa. Hey, Mr. Man. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, already I signed a partnership deal with my brother Dapa in Nigeria. He's one of the top shot distributors, distro companies, and I'm working with the TikTok country manager in Nigeria, and here in the UK, of course, Jacqueline is going all out for me, so it's a big project. Okay, shout out to everybody supporting the brand. I call them Jumabeans because they're my family. They see me beyond music, and that's what's kept us afloat. Keep supporting the brand, and I promise not to disappoint. I have lots of music in my archive. I have an EP for you in few days on the 21st of this month. There's another EP again for January, a tracker EP submitted to another company. There's another EP for March, so we're going all crazy. I need these numbers so I can make money. See, Factory 78 say I need more numbers, so I say I go do it with me. You get what I mean? So we're on it, and you can follow me on my social media platforms on Instagram, Jumabee, Jumabee. Follow right back. Same thing with Facebook, Jumabee space JB. Twitter is same as Instagram, Jumabee, Jumabee. TikTok, Jumabee01. Follow right back, but make sure you make sense.